Sofía, ¿avisas o si no lo hacemos por Zoom?
Ya. Gracias. Ya estoy grabando.
Ah, ¿ya estás grabando? Pues le digo a Andrés que sea una.
Listo.
Pero Andrés, rápido, yo ya quiero acabar con esto. Por favor, gracias.
Ya va. Este hijo de puta. Ya voy. Estoy buscando mi podcast. Ay, hijo de puta. ¿Dónde está el podcast? ¿Dónde está? Ah, ya lo vi. Ok. ¿Ya? ¿Empezamos?
Digo que
Empiezas tú.
a las... Bueno, sí, ya.
Ok. Ya, regálame un segundo. Amor, en serio, voy a grabar un podcast.
Andrés, ya van a ser las 5 y la película empieza a las 6.
No, culpa mía no era. Bueno. Okay. Tonight we are here to talk about the politics of our country.
So silly. Actually, we're going to talk about very interesting topics in 3 clear points. Can someone tell me what they are?
Of course. First, the question. What can do to help students learn, even if they use artificial intelligence to do most of their homeworks? Then we talk about... Sí,
Paren.
Espérate, que lo modifico acá. What can do to...
Se renota demasiado. Michelle, usted también.
Sí.
¿Viste qué?
Yo voy a actuar.
Le subieron 3 tonos de agudo a eso.
Yo, perdón, ya cambio de personaje. Listo.
Se renota que están leyendo. Ni yo, güey, que tengo el teléfono acá. Amor, cierra la puerta que no me concentro, por favor. Amor, cierra la puerta.
Bueno, aquí Andrés hasta que... Ay, me recuesto en la parte.
Por Dios, Andrés.
¿Qué?
Usted, o sea, primero no dice first the question, sino first question. O sea, como first question. What can
Antes
you
película la
do
coma.
to help students learn? ¿Ah?
What can you do to help students learn, even if they use artificial intelligence to do most of their homeworks? Then we talk about our personal app recommendation that can help us as teachers and also as students. And I don't remember the last point.
Así tal cual como me lo acabas de decir, así lo puedes decir.
Ok, intentemos a ver.
Bueno, ok. 3 minutos con 30 para Michelle guiarse. Okay, so tonight we're here to talk about politics of our country.
So silly. Actually, we are going to talk about very interesting topics in 3 clear points. Can someone tell me what they are?
Yeah, first the question. What can you do to help students learn, even if they use artificial intelligence to do most of their homework? Then we will talk about our personal app recommendation that can help us as teachers and also as students. And I don't remember the last point.
We are going to compare two didactic units different from the ones that we made.
Whoosh, but you gave me all the information at once. Right in my face, literally. Okay, so sweet, my friends. No, but seriously, this will be a podcast where we will share our real opinions and ideas about what we have seen, learned, and experienced during this subject. So let's start. The
Well, I
first
think this
question is,
question...
yeah, go ahead.
¿Yo?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I think this question is very hard. Where do I start with this?
I don't know. I mean, the question is, what will you do to ensure
I
learning
feel
to
that
a group of
artificial
students who
intelligence
will
has
most
changed
likely?
our minds a lot.
Nico,
Pero es que,
Nico,
¿por
where
qué
are
ponen
you?
por qué pusieron la pregunta así? O sea,
Okay.
no la pusieron para leer. Si me entiendes, o sea, pusieron solo un titulazo así.
Ok, otra vez, entonces yo leo las preguntas. Pues
Sí, yo no
digo,
sabía,
es
yo no sabía.
lógico, ¿no? Que esa es la
No sabía que
sección,
eso era
pero
tocar leerlo, pero... ¿Y quién lo leía?
pues,
Solo hágale ya.
si tú eres la primera persona ahí.
Ok.
Ya, ok. 5 minutos con 50 para Michelle. Tonight we're here to talk about politics of our country.
Yeah, so silly. Actually, we're going to talk about like very interesting topics in three clear points. So someone can tell me what they are?
Yeah, first the question. What can you do to help students learn even if it starts artificial intelligence to do most of their homework? Then we talk about our personal app recommendations that can help as teachers and also as students. And I don't remember the last point.
We are going to compare two didactic units different from the ones that we made.
Gosh, but you gave me all the information at once, like right in my face. So calm down. So sweet, my friends. No, but seriously, this will be a podcast where we will share our real opinions and ideas. Yeah, about what we have seen, what we have learned and experienced, of course, during this subject. So let's talk about it. The first question is, what will you do, yeah, to ensure learning to a group of students who will most likely use artificial intelligence to do most of their assignments? So I don't know.
Mm, well, I think this question is very hard. Where do I start with this?
I feel that artificial intelligence has changed our minds a lot.
Okay, yeah, I completely agree, and it's like a very important topic right now. I mean, mostly right now, because you can even take a bus, do a test, or send a birthday message without someone asking you if you use artificial intelligence, right? Like, I don't know, it's Michelle's birthday, and I sent her a message, and Michelle is like, "Hey, did you use ChatGPT to make this?" So it is important to talk about.
Yeah, totally. I understood all your point. And you know that what's really funny about this is now they say artificial intelligence can also read tarot cards. Yeah,
No, no. That is crazy. When did technology also become about magic things?
Yeah. Well, I think now it's clear that artificial intelligence is a part of our lives. Yeah, so we cannot control it like anymore. Not at home, not in school, um, not anywhere. Yeah, it is impossible to remove like artificial intelligence from people's daily lives. So people believe perhaps artificial intelligence is here to make our lives easier.
Yeah, okay, but the question is, what will we do as teachers? Because, for example, for me, I will feel very sad because I think one of the most beautiful things is when a human can express themselves,
Yeah, of
without
course.
fear. So, in this case, my students, if technology stops them from doing that, I don't know what I will do without feeling like frustrated.
yeah. Maybe it's just my personality, but I will make them, for example, play games. Of course, it depends of the school level, primary, if they are secondary or others. But I think that games really help them. So I get like in my experience and my like entire life, I have, for example, used escape rooms, and artificial intelligence helped me like create difficult questions, so they like really think. And these questions made them think, solve problems, and not just give easy answers to them, just like answering that's all. No, you need to think about that.
Yeah, I think that's true. I I remember that I have made interactive presentations, for instance, but with really fun voices. For example, once I did an activity about the movie of Kung Fu Panda 2, and the person explaining some parts of the movie, of course, it wasn't me. It was Paul, the main character of the movie, by himself.
Now, in conclusion, we must think a lot to create activities. If no real learning will not happen.
But you know what? I don't see it like that anymore because Michelle is right. We need the students feel more interested and we have to make them to want to learn and to remember things. We can use the artificial intelligence to create something strong and amazing for them, that surprise them.
Yeah, I once read that the real problem for humans is when they completely lose their ability to be amazed. So we have to help the students keep that curiosity alive.
Yeah, and here I want to talk about like platforms or apps that we can use. For example, I want to talk in like one specific. Like honestly, it's amazing for education, and for me, is Educa Play, because
Yeah.
what a surprise, literally.
Right after Brian Mitchell
Yes,
in the cafe.
how is used artificial intelligence, and it's not just like a place to create normal activities like crosswords or word searches or workshop. No, you can ask their artificial intelligence for help you. So you can choose the topic, of course, some keywords, or you type the game that you want, and in a second you are going to get an activity. For example, for a geography project, I wanted to make an interactive map of South America. So I didn't know how to do it manually, yeah, because I need like a lot of creativity. So Educa Play not only helped me design it with like with it artificial intelligence, but also gave me like extra questions to like put it more interesting, yeah. So now not everything is perfect. So you need a good internet, or it becomes slow and frustrating. And what you can do a lot of for free if you want like special things, changing the front, the background, music, adding your own images, you must pay. But I say that is totally necessary because it's an incredible tool. And still, I think it's great tool for teachers and students. It helps you create, play, learn. It's fast and it's in a fun way. So especially now when we always need to be creative, so our students have like that necessity of learn something.
Yes, and I think that Educa Place has been like I don't know, a platform support for you. I mean, it has been really amazing. Well, I want to share my opinion also. So it is, I think, about Plus Dojo, yeah? Because when I first used it, I felt it was very different from, I don't know, other school platforms. So Plus Dojo is not just like an app for communication. Um, for yeah, with the students and parents, it's like creating a small virtual school community, like classroom. So each student makes their own avatar and personalize it. And when they participate in class, they can do homework or show positive behavior, and the teacher gives them points. Yeah, so the students feel like they are inside a game, and that motivates them a lot more than just saying like, hey, well done, you did a great job. No, it's more than that, and it motivates more than that. So as a teacher, you can also send messages to parents and share photos or activities and keep track of everything very clearly. So this makes like the relationship between school and family stronger. However, Of course, as everything, it is not perfect. I know Michelle had a bad experience because the random selection tool in English class,
Uh-huh.
to choose who participates and who is not participating at the moment. And it was not very fair. It was unfair. It was not very fair at all. So she almost never got picked to participate. And that can make students feel like less motivated. Okay, so I mean, you have to keep track of that also. However, of course, Class Dojo works better with younger students. Older students might think it's too childish, but if you implement like gamification and everything, I think is a very good tool. Overall, I think that for teaching values, participation, and a positive environment, Class Dojo is at least one of the best apps I have ever seen.
Hmm. Now it's my turn. I want to talk about something fun. That is quizzes. I think learn should also have moment of fun, connection, and relaxation. Quiz does these memes and give. With quizzes, you can make quizzes just for your class. The best part of this is that after each answer, a funny picture or a funny GIF can show up. This makes the class more fun. It's not only correct or wrong, it's also laughing and enjoy the class. Another thing about quizzes is that you can play together in class or give the quiz for homework. You also get clear reports to see how a student did that each quiz, right? But also, but like every tool is not perfect. If you don't see the time well, question good fast and students can think. Also, if you use too many how you say funny pictures that don't match the topic, a student might not take it seriously, right? For
Okay,
me,
yeah, of
quizzes
course.
is okay. Yeah, for me, quizzes is like a bridge. We use fun to get students' interest, but we must also keep learning goal. During the exam weeks, playing quizzes help students feel less stressed and remember that learning can be fun too.
Yes, I think
Okay,
learning
so
can be very fun.
Yeah.
yeah, in my case, I am almost married to Kahoot because since I found it, I started creating activities first as experiment, but then as a real teaching tools. So I love how dynamic it is. You can create a quiz, set a time limit for each question, and the students are answer leaving the questions on their devices. So it creates amazing energy, shoutouts, laughter, healthy competition that I think is good. So everyone gets excited, and at the same time they are review, memorize, and of course learning. Um, Later, I discovered Kahoot that can do more just than quizzes. You can create polls, debates, and even puzzles. So, of course, it has challenge as every tool, but the time limit can pressure some students, and hard questions may need more time. But also, the free version is good, but some advanced features are only in the premium version. So I still for keeping the right of the class, reviewing before exams, or ending a unit in a fun way. So Kahoot is still the king for me. And plus, now that I know it is so well, I can create activities very quickly.
Yeah,
And how many you think about buying the premium version?
Yeah, of course. But you need to think that every teacher just doesn't have the enough money, for example, or
Yeah,
maybe a school just don't have the resources.
yeah, of course. And I think that happens in every platform, in every app. If you don't have money enough to invest in that type of, let's say, learning, let's say, experiences or activities, it would
Yeah.
be hard. So, Michelle, sorry, you were about to talk.
yeah. I have to say that literally Kahoot is the platform that most of the teachers use. So yeah, for that reason. That's all, but now I want to introduce something that for me is very interesting and is the didactic units. I was searching one day on Genially because I need to use one for my class and everything, and I found one that is for sixth and seventh grades. So, well, I want to share, of course, my thoughts on this specific digital escape room called Future Predictions. Yeah, as I said before, it's created on Genially and is designed to help students practice using future tenses with, of course, will and want. So it's very fun and interactive format because like really engage our learners. So for that reason, I want to share with you. So, okay, first start with how the activities are set up, no? Because the game follows
Yeah.
like a mission-based storyline, which is incredibly like motivating for our students. That yeah, as I said, it's like around for sixth and seventh grades. That's like the topic that they see at that level.
Yeah, I saw that one too, and it's incredible because like each activity flows naturally into the next. Yeah. So, and there's a clear sense of progress and purpose through the game. Instructions are simple and clear, and the visuals are colorful, dynamic, and appealing, like perfect for catching the attention of younger learners.
Yeah, one thing I really appreciate is how the tasks go beyond than simple grammar drills because students are asked to read, to think logically, and apply what they know about the future. Predictions, so for example, they might need to choose the correct form, complete sentences, or solve
Hmm.
small puzzles using the future tense. And this makes the learning feel authentic, like part of a real challenge, not just a worksheet. Now, in terms of language, I will say that this escape room is very well suited for students at, I don't know, A2 to B1 level. The vocabulary is accessible and the grammar focuses is not, it's clear but not overwhelming.
Yeah.
For students who are transitioning from elementary to primary English, this kind of activity is just the right balance, between practice and fun.
Yeah, of course. I wasn't expecting that the final keyword would be 1, 2, 3, 4 or the password of the game. But of course I would recommend giving a short review of the grammar before playing, just to activate like prior knowledge. And during the game, like I don't know, I think that it helps if the teacher is available to assist with new words or guide the students when they get stuck. Playing in pairs or small groups can also boost collaboration and help to build that type of confidence and that type of atmosphere in the classroom.
Okay, future prediction is a great resource for middle school learners. It is interactive, it supports grammar practices in contents, and it makes learning feel like an adventure. And I found for first and second grade. Okay, this focuses on easy words and simple sentences. Is great for the students who are starting to learn English. From the beginning, the pictures are colorful, fun, and interesting, perfect for young students to feel happy and curious.
Oh yeah, what I really love, very like I love about this escape room is how it turns learning a story-driven experience, almost for kids. Yeah, there's like a clear mission and fun characters that guide students through a series of interactive tasks. Also, this includes matching images to words, completing simple sentences, listening to short instructions, and each activity is bite-sized, so it's perfect for the shorter attention for typical of 6 to 8 years old. And the most important for me is that it must be like very colorful, so they can engage a lot of with that like escape room.
True.
Yeah. Okay, so also in terms of language level, I think it fits well within their pre A1 to A1 range, which is right for elementary school. Yeah, the activities use like basic high frequency words, colors, animals, actions, and the tasks support both visual and auditory learning which is key at this stage. Now, I'll be honest, young children will definitely need some guidance the first time they play. Yeah, not all the students at this age are used to digital navigation, to digital seeking. So having the teacher model how to click, how to do everything, I don't know, how to drag or listen carefully, I think it would be essential. But once they get the hang of it, I think the experience becomes rewarding.
Yeah, of course. And another great point, I think, is that the escape room format encourages the problem solving and
Hmm.
perseverance that which are fantastic skills to really early on them the resilience. Some because everything is rated in a game, so kids often don't even realize that they are learning because they are just having fun.
True.
So, is this escape room a good fit for the first and second graders? Absolutely. I think it blends language learning with play, keeps things visually stimulating, and creates a sense of accomplishment with every puzzle. So, with a bit of teacher support, this could be easily become a favorite classroom activity.
Yeah, I think the most important here is they have the teacher support. I think is the most important thing. So
True.
yeah, I think that's it. I thank you so much, guys, for being here.
A great conversation, guys.
Yeah, we talk about apps, didactic units, artificial intelligence. Yeah,
Yeah,
we cover
I think
everything.
we did it great.
We
Thank you
cover all
so
points.
much. Really great to see you again. See you next week, I think, or not.
See you later,
Bye
guys.
bye.
Teachers.
Bye.
Okay.
Hey.